sauce. I don't really like that much. Alright. Lesson learned. People be in the shade like this. Bailey! I got my jacket on. And I got my gloves. So it's a little more bearable, a little more tolerable. The wind is definitely blowing today. I feel like a news reporter. You know, the news reporters, you gotta give them credit. It don't matter what the weather is, they out there reporting live from the slums. Welcome to another episode of Tell Your Thoughts Chat Show. I'm your chief, Gihareh, leader that come down and send a spiritual bed. It's good we take our points for our house for the rest of our few hours. Bailey! I usually out there freedom, but she don't know freedom. She back there. Alright, so you guys stay where I can see you. What's today's date? Today's date is April 4th, 2024. And so last night I decided to watch season 6 of Black Mirror. Now, Black Mirror, it's a weird show if you've never seen it before. It's not, because it's a series, it's not a movie, and they're not really, one episode to the next is not really connected, they're all independent episodes. So it's not like a flowing storyline. So that's a good thing about it, because you can just hop in anywhere and it's just, you can just watch a Black Mirror episode. So last night I watched season 6, episode 1. It was called Joan is Awful. And so the way it starts off, she wake up nice and cozy with her, what you learn to be as her fiance. They eat breakfast. It's a quiet morning. It seems really peaceful. So they eating breakfast, and then, you know, she goes off to work. The first part that throw you off when she driving to work, she got her green suit on, and this time she's driving to work, but she listening to tap, tap, tap in. She listens to some song by Sweetie, right? So she listens to some ghetto music, and she's for lack of a better word, she's white. I don't know if she's any other Caucasian race or whatever. So she driving, listening to this tap, tap, tap in. Then she get to work. Now, she does the hiring and firing. Apparently, there's a board of people that nobody really sees for the company, and then there's actual employees, and she's in the middle. So she does the firing or whatever. So she sits the one girl down, and she's like, yeah, we're going to have to let you go. She's like, whoa. I just put the money down on the new apartment. I just invited you to the housewarming for the apartment. Like, she's like, what's going on here? And all this stuff that I've been doing for this and that third. And she's like, yeah, the board don't care about this and that third. You got it. And then her other friend who brings her coffee and stuff, he brings the person. It's the person that comes when every time I getting fired, this person brings you and your stuff out. So he brought her. He just brought him on in, and so she stepped out, and then that was a whole ordeal. Now, before she has to meet with the girl, she gets a text message saying, "Hey, I'm in town. Can I come see you? Can we link up? Whatever." But they don't really say who it is. And then after she fires the girl, and I think she gets another text like, "Yeah, I'm only gonna be in town for the weekend. This and the third. We're really nice to see you." Da da da. And so she looking at these messages, and then she goes to see her therapist. So she sits down with the therapist, and she's like, yeah, like, you know, when I was dating this guy, it was just hot sex craziness all the time. A little toxic, this and the third, but she started talking about, like, it was really exciting. She got so wrapped up in it. She was like, well, her fiance name was Krish. I think that's a dope name. I never heard that before. His name was Krish. And like Chris with an H at the end. So his name is Krish. And she's talking, and she talks about it. She's like, yeah, his cooking is bland, and everything's just blah. And she's like, I don't really feel like I actually like got a chance to, you know. She's like, I just went from one relationship that was all fun and toxic to this relationship that's like quiet. And she was like, I never really got a chance to. I just kind of went with the flow. I didn't really try. And so she's like, I don't feel like the main character in my own life here. This and the third. So then she leaves the therapist, and she ends up going on a date. And so she's on a date with the guy. You know how the girls be trying to give him a tough time or whatever, but they really, and because it's also like you going, but you came. Like that's the type of time they on. He was like, yeah, you talking all this rah rah stuff, but you came. Like you didn't have to come. Yeah, your fiance, this, that, and the third, boom, 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 but you here with me right now. So, um, so she there with him. Then, the crazy is like because it's almost like in the situation, the guy know, right? The guy know. Thank you for voting on poll. Thank you for your engagement. The guy know, and so he does that same thing. He on some yeah, but yeah. You sound excited to be with your fiance. And like even it was saying they're both saying his name instead of third, and they end up kissing. I'm like, oh, bro, like it's just some wild stuff, right? But it's like you don't ever want to blame somebody for cheating and stuff there. Because I remember one lady, she was like, you gotta ask a cheater, like, uh, what were you getting out of this that you wasn't getting over here? What part of you and your personality were you able to explore with this person that you didn't feel like comfortable enough to explore with me or to share with me, right? Um, but for all intents and purposes, she don't. You didn't tell. She don't went to the therapist. She told the therapist, "Ain't nothing wrong with him. Ain't nothing wrong with him. He just boring." And this is something that some people be talking about, like, "Oh, this person's boring," but some people like that person's peaceful. This is your peace, and when you finally got that peace, it's like you call it boring. You want some spice in this. You gotta have some arguments. You gotta have some. You know what I'm saying? It's like there's not a third thing like some toxicity, right? So what ends up happening? Uh, so this whole jump, she kisses her ex boyfriend. She goes on a date, kisses the ex boyfriend. Then what is so raw about this? She goes right home to her fiance and kisses him. Thank you for voting the poll. Thank you for the engagement. She goes right to home to her fiance and kisses her fiance. I'm like, yo, you just kissed your ex on the lips. Now you came home and kissed your man's on the lips. I'm like, oh nah, this is where it's like, because the name of the show is called Joan is Awful. So she daggone kiss him, and he like, what you was drinking? She was like, oh yeah, it was like a going away party, this and the third. Lying, just lying on the spot, too lying. So it's like, oh snap. So, um, and even joking about the food, like, but it's like a low key subtle joke for us now, because he lets her tape, but he cook. So girls want a man who cook, he cook, but now it's like his cooking ain't good enough. Anyway, because he give her a little like, here, babe, try this. It's like, is that salt? That's a compliment, because his food is so bland. Like you probably put some salt in the food or whatever. So then they sitting on the couch about to try to find something to watch. Now here's the interesting thing. It's not called Netflix. It's called Strawberry. It's called Streamberry. It's called Streamberry. So they open up Streamberry, and the joint is cool because you can actually Netflix has turned Streamberry into an actual website. You can actually go to streamberry.tv. So it's called Streamberry. So they're looking for shows or whatever, and then he's like, "That looks like you." And so she looking at it, she's like, no, so the name of the show is called Joan is Awful. Her name is Joan, and then the girl on the show looks like her, and so the whole thing is like, so they click on it, right? They click on it, and so this is where you introduce to Salma Hayek, and so whoever Salma Hayek is, you've seen her before, and she's like this Hispanic actor. So what is how she calls herself? She's like, I'm a dyslexic, talented, questionable English. You know what I'm saying? Like multi-talented actor over here, whatever. Actress. She looks good in this. Like if you watch this John, and then you can tell that she's older, but she looks good. Like her body, her face, like she's made. I don't know how old she is, but she look good. So Salma fucking Hayek. That's how they be talking about her. Um, that's who plays her on the Streamberry show. So they click on the Streamberry and they're like, yo, her hair look like you, she dressed like you. This is when it turns into a whole switch. So they watching Streamberry, they watching the show, and to him, it's just like a regular show, whatever. To her, she started bugging out because she was like, "Oh, this is my day. Like I had to sit down, I had to fire this person." And so the show is about her. and it's about her life and her whole day. And so this is the first. This is when we go to this first conversational piece. So she's watching it. She's like freaking out because she was like, "Nah, this just happened this morning. That was who I was wearing. I just had this conversation. I had to fire this person. This and the third. Boom, boom." Then he started picking up on that she's freaking out. I'm like, "Yo, it's just a show. It's not real." And then she started picking up like, "So you were you texting your ex boyfriend today?" She was like, "Huh? No, what?" And he was like, "Let me see your phone." And this and the third, boom. So then it goes from her going from firing her friend to going to the therapist and talking about him. And so he started, once he catch on that she freaking out, and is why she freaking out, because it's a real life story here. Um, then he started packing his bag. He ready to go. He get into the car. He was like, was Matt texting you today? Were you going back and forth with texting this and the third? Because he was about to walk out the house and he saw where they kissed on the show, and he's like, he walk out, and then so she was like, no, he's like, so let me see your phone. And so this is, I think these are two talking points, because the shit is like, the giant turned up. What if your life was really available for everybody to see? Like, and that's what ends up happening. Her co-workers, everybody is able to see the show in the reenactment, because dude was like, is that me? Is that supposed to be me? And they think that she done went behind and she got a whole deal with everybody. They think she got a deal with Streamberry to really do this. So they're like, is that how you think about me? This and the third? And so I think my first thing that was like, the first conversational piece is, what if that was your life, yo? What if you really went through your day and all the stuff that you were saying and doing about people, this, that, like, what if everybody could see everything you always did, like, the whole day? Like, there's no lying. Bailey, come here, man. And so I think that is something that's like, that's a very cool, interesting topic, because I was just watching this other show. It's another show on Netflix called Brainchild or something like that, and they had the kids give the person a rating about whether they can sing or not. And so the two differences is, one of the kids, they tell the first set of kids, hey, when you judge this person, they're going to be able to see who said what. And the other set of kids, they're like, nah, we're not. It's going to keep it anonymous. And so when they think that they're about to be judged, they're a little bit nicer. But if they think that they're not and it's going to be anonymous, they tell them they're a little more harsher and tell the truth. And so if your life was like that, if your whole life was recorded and all your friends get to see how you talk about them, what you say about them behind their back, and all the things that you do, would that change your course of action? Would that change your day? And so now she was in such a paradigm, because now she's sitting there looking at her fiance. She has nothing to say. She was talking bad about his food. She was talking like she was enjoying the crazy sex that she was having with her ex. Like, she, you know what I'm saying? She was saying all this, and he get to hear it. And so that is just that was one. And then if your life was on TV for everybody to see everything that you're doing all the time, like, how would that change how you look? And I think that was my first, and I just forgot the second one. So, but we're gonna keep going. So, the next day, she goes into work, she gets fired, and she's like, "What?" And apparently, it's like, whatever you did on the show, like, that broke the NDA. Like, you let out some secrets or whatever it is on the third. Ooh, 1444 on the time, so 444. So, daggone. She was like, I didn't sign up for this show. I didn't do anything. But this, and that, third, boom, boom, boom. She was like, I don't have nothing to do with this. And so, so the first day is when everybody, the whole company, everybody sees that the show is about her. Next day, she goes into work. She freaking out, this and the third. And the dude who comes fired, the dude who walks you out when you get fired, he's at the door. She's like, why is he here? She's like, yeah, he's here to, you're fired. We gotta let you go. I'm here to help you pack your stuff. And so she gets fired, right? So she gets fired, and now it's like her whole life is just kind of like falling apart type of thing. And then she goes to see her lawyer. So she goes to see her lawyer, and she was like, her lawyer basically knows some stuff. yeah, there's only but so many possible ways I can tell you that there's nothing we can do. She said, I don't know how many times I can say, she said, I can't keep hearing, keep remixing and saying it in different ways. There's nothing you can do. And she was like, well, how did this even possible? She was like, yeah, it's in the terms and conditions that you don't read and this and the third, boom, boom, boom. When you signed up for Streamberry, it was in the terms and conditions that they could do this. And she was like, how are they getting the parts of the day? She was like, who's the actor? And how's the actor this and the third? She's like, it's not even like the actor for real. It's all deep fake. It's some quantum computer who does that just in the hood and just reenacts everything. So they can make the quantum computer and that virtual character do whatever. It just looks like this actor. So it's not really this actress really doing what you're doing, but they just this quantum deep fake computer doing it. And so those are things that we've already kind of been accustomed to. So that's again like the thing that you see in Black Mirror, it's futuristic, but at the same time, it's borderline. It's borderline futuristic. Like it's right there. So like that was one thing about the Snapchat and them being able to do the facial recognition on your phones and stuff like that. There's like they got everybody's phones scanned. They scan everybody's faces. Everybody on Snap. Like they got and they used to because everybody thought it was fun. Like they put it on a Snapchat. They could take your picture, make it take your face and make it into a sticker and do all this stuff, right? So then what ends up happening next? So she finds out she can't do nothing about it. So first day is when everything hits the fan. She loses her fiance. Next day she gets in, she gets fired. Her lawyer tells her she can't do nothing about it. So now she's on a okay, I'm pissed. And so this is what she ends up going to do. She actually goes to her ex. She actually goes back to her ex to like and you can kind of thank you for voting on the poll, thank you for voting on the poll, and thank you for engagement. So you can actually like kind of tell like, and this like this is where you don't even start to kind of blame somebody on something like, damn, you're like your life is getting fucked up, ain't it? And it's like this how you gonna react? It's like if you because mind you, if you somebody said this the other day, what if you sitting there waiting for things to get good, or you always feel like you a good person, and just more shit and shit just keep more bad stuff just keep happening. So that's the thing too. She was like, and somebody else said it in a funny way. Can I get an ETA on when this too shall pass? Can I get an ETA on when this too shall pass? Like, when is this gonna pass? Like, I'm like people would be like, I'm tired of going through stuff, bro. I'm tired of being a good person. When is stuff gonna finally get good for me? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like shit just getting fucked up. So that's how John was. So she ends up going to go. She ends up going to go sleep with her ex, and now he on some stuff like he was on there for the weekend. He was just trying to hit it and quit it and be out. He was telling her that love story, like, yeah, you can come back to me and this and the third, boom, boom. I got a nice apartment, da da da. But you know, he just there for the weekend. But then when he found out that she on the show and all this other stuff, he was like, I'm talking about they in the bed, this and the third, boom, boom. He was like, yeah, I can't get it out, this and the third. So she's like, yes, you can, da da boom, boom. He's like, isn't this gonna be televised? Like, so. That joke funny because now he on some stuff like, yo, now I'm gonna be the person inside the show. Like, I couldn't get it up. The sex is bad. Like that. Like, you gotta think. Like, you just gotta imagine. Like, you being on TV, your life is on TV, and those intimate parts are there as well. Like the parts that you probably don't even share with people and stuff. That joke is hilarious. He's like, yeah, like this. I'm gonna be the guy on TV who couldn't get it up. So. That whole thing just she was like, you know what, boom, nah, because now she mad. You know how your life be going in a certain direction, it's going down south, and then you even try to do something that goes against your character, and it still ain't working out. So she really upset. So the next day she go, Bailey, come on back. So the next day she goes to so she was like, you know what, the character has to do everything I do and everything I said. So you know what I'm gonna do? So she gets a whole bunch of fast food. She's shoving it down, she eating a whole bunch of burgers, and then she drinks some laxative. So she eating the burgers. Then she drink all the laxatives, and then she goes into a wedding. Bailey, she crashes a wedding, and she shits in the middle of the whole wedding, in the middle of the whole joint, right? She shits in the middle of the whole wedding. And niggas like, oh snap! You got to think about how much balls and gumption this will actually take for you to walk into somebody's wedding and just shit in the middle of the floor in front of people that you don't know, right? And so everybody like, oh, so they going crazy. Then, so then the actress who's playing her on the show is like, nah, son, you can't have my actress. That she's like, because mind you, it wasn't even really her. It's a deep fake computer doing all this stuff. But she was like, that's me. She's like, that's me on the screen. He was like, and she's like, but it's technically not you. It's just a computer. She's like, whose face is it? He said, it's Selma fucking Hayek's face. And I'm on the TV. She said, so who's taking the shit? She was like, I'm taking this shit on TV. So she's pissed, right? So then Salma Hayek actually goes to find her. And so she knocks on her door. She's like, oh snap, I ain't think this. She's like, yeah, we can't. She's like, what's going on here? My character on the thing is playing you, and you out here shitting in people's churches and weddings. I can't go out like that. So Black Mirror is usually not funny, bro, but this is the funniest Black Mirror episode I ever seen, bro. So then, so then what they go end up finding out was they actually go to Streamberry. They go to Streamberry's head corporate office, and so this is where, again, it's almost like it's like borderline futuristic, where it's like the things that happen up there can almost kind of technically happen, but you see it happening, about to happen in real life. So, because she was like, how are they getting all the information? And she was like, you ever been talking about something, and then all of a sudden you go on social media and do you see ads for it? She was like, that's what's happening here. And you know what I'm saying? It's that, but a little bit more extreme. And so she was like, so they actually have it. The person who owns Streamberry is actually having a meeting with somebody. And she was like, oh yeah, so like, why did y'all choose her? It's like, she's a nobody. You know what I'm saying? We just want to pilot it and test it out. And she was like, actually, we have one for everybody in the world. And so she was like, here's your episode. That was the hilarious part. Because she was like, yeah, we actually have a lot of these. It's for everybody in the world. Here's your episode. You can watch it too. It's like, why'd you call it awful? Because the thing is called Joan is Awful. And so she was like, it's just, it's almost like the show Everybody Hates Chris. Or Everybody Loves Raymond. It's like, she was like, it has a more, people are more drawn to it when it has this negative effect. Like, just naturally, we are more attached to negatives than we are attached to positives. Like, somebody can say one bad thing to you and mess up your whole day, your whole morning. You know what I'm saying? Whereas, we just focus on negatives more than positives. Like, we amplify those, we blow those up. That's just some part of human psychology. And so, so they're like, but it's actually a computer. So what they end up doing is going back and smashing the computer so that it just breaks up the whole thing. Now, the two things I went to go do after this, right? I Googled Streamberry, right? And then the thing was, well, it shocked me and surprised me. It was like, oh, snap, it's real. So Streamberry is it's Netflix. So when you watching the show, the thing I like about, so far I've only seen like the first 2 episodes of this season 6 Black Mirror, but what's interesting, what's cool about it is that the Netflix show mentions Netflix. And so, but here it's called Streamberry. So they're actually mentioning Streamberry and Netflix on the show. And so like it's just kind of cool. But I Googled Streamberry, and you can go up there and try to put, and it's like, yeah, if you can be on the next billboard, you can be on it, boom, boom, boom. And so you got to read them terms and conditions. But because I was about to do the jump, and I was like, yeah, I'm trying to be on a billboard. Let this turn up. And I was like, nah, I ain't even gonna go out like that, bro. Because they actually have terms and conditions. And no, but that's the thing. Nobody reads the terms and conditions. When they sign up for TikTok, when they sign up for anything, they say, can we have access to this? Can we have access to this? Nobody reads the terms and conditions. But not knowing that all those terms and conditions really like says that it can read all the data and everything off your phone and have access to all your shit. So like now, because you know what's a big thing now? They started saying you have to allow the apps to track what you're doing. That's an actual thing. You have to actually allow it. And so, bro, like, it's so much that they're like tapping in and tuning in. There's so much information that they're extracting from us. And so so the thing about that though is, this is not the first Black Mirror episode that kind of touches on this. Like the whole thing be like this. They got this other episode and it's about your social credit score. And you can literally walk up to somebody and it's on some you can see their score. You can see their social credit score. Now, what do we have that what do you see that's coming out right now? The Apple Pro. You got the Apple Pro Vision. So think about people are going to be walking around with the Apple Pro Vision, right? They already had people trying to do when they got the COVID shot. They already trying to get people a card for that to say if you did or did not, and then they're going to make that digital. So you see all this stuff. You got the Apple Pro Vision. You got people having digital cards where they got took their COVID shots and all this stuff. And so it's like a social credit score. And so people find you friendly. Oh, people could like walk past you and give you an up rating or a down rating. So it's like Tinder, but in real life, in real time. So it's like in real life Tinder, you can meet somebody, and as soon as you walk away from them, if you didn't like the interaction, you get them a negative rating. Or if you did like them, you get them a positive rating. So you got a whole bunch of people acting fake. And so, but that's just something that like that's a real life, that's borderline futuristic. You see how the world is moving in that direction, bro. And just to think like, because you see Elon, you got Tesla doing the robots. The Tesla robot is supposed to do what? Stuff that you don't want to do, don't feel like doing. And they got the Tesla. The Tesla car does what? Drive itself. So you gonna have a, and you got your phone. You already got a digital wallet. You already have a digital wallet. So you about to put your digital, you about to put your digital money, attach it to your robot. Your robot is gonna hop in your car that drives itself and go to the grocery store and shop and stuff for you and pay with your digital money. Like you see all this stuff like happening and coming. And it's not too far fetched. These are not far fetched ideas. These and like watching Black Mirror can take it to the extremes, but we live in a world where extremes do exist. People really do this and people really do this, and people, you got people living on the extremes. There's no middle ground. Oh snap. So I watched that episode. Then I watched I was like, but now yesterday I had a monster, right? Had a monster in the middle of the day. So now I'm just up. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, well, forget it. I got energy. That's my thing. My thing is, whenever if you sleepy, you sleepy. Go to sleep. You rest. You know what I'm saying? Boom, boom, boom. But if you up and you got energy, do something creative, do something whatever. So I knew I was gonna do my jump. I thought I was gonna watch one episode, but it's like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. But I'm like, all right, man, I still got energy. Let me just go ahead and watch this next episode. So I go and watch episode 2. Episode 2 is somewhere. I'm gonna just say Ireland or something. 'Cause that's I feel like it's Ireland, but it's like countryside and dude. So it's a so Irish guy and a black girl, and they're dating. You know what I'm saying? So they're movie directors or something. Bailey, they're supposed to be shooting this documentary. So he comes to have his mom meet the girl. And so they having these little weird interactions. The girl is not even trying to be rude or anything like that, but just in conversation she's a little bit rude or whatever. And then, but the whole town is like a ghost town. And so she like, yo, it's really pretty out here, like the nature side, the landscapes, the mountains, the rivers, the waters. She's like, it's pretty out here. They go into the town to go to the bar, nobody at the bar. And she was like, yo, what happened? And dude's like, yo, you ain't tell her about the boy? And he was like, she was like, who's that? It's like, why you ain't tell her? He was like, so they ended up telling him, it was like, yo, all right, there was this guy, and he was like deranged. And they come to find out, like everybody's like, yeah, people used to travel here, people used to be here. Then a couple came, and this couple was only supposed to stay for a week, but then they vanished. And so it was like, what happened? And it was like, apparently this guy was having, like scandals. He was doing some little sexcapades and scandals. He was kidnapping people, like some Hannibal Lecter and Ted Bundy type of stuff. He was doing some Hannibal Lecter, Ted Bundy type of stuff, and he had people locked up in his basement. And so, but they just thought he was crazy and this and that third. So there was like, when the news came out about that, then everybody just kind of like, because then the dude, because the cop, the white boy, his dad was a cop, and the deranged guy, the sexual addict or whatever, the guy that was like a sexual deviant or whatever, he goes to knock on his door, whatever. He ends up shooting the cop, but he don't kill the cop. He shoots the cop in the shoulder, and the cop eventually dies. He said, "Well, how did he die?" He died later from he called MRSA. I was like, "Mercer?" I thought he called Mercer. He was like MRSA. I was like, "That's Mercer, bitch." So, but he dies later from Mercer or whatever. And then, so mind you, they do documentaries, and so the girl like, "Yo, we should do a documentary on this and this guy." Like, rather than talk about, they're supposed to do a documentary with some guy who got some eggs or whatever. This guy, apparently, people was coming around getting these eggs, and this guy was like protecting the eggs. And that's what they're supposed to do a documentary on that, but that's boring. And so the girl's like, "Yo, we need to do a real life documentary. It's a real life Hannibal Lecter down here. We need to do a documentary on him. And this is real." So he was like, "Yo, he killed my dad. Like, why do you want to do this?" And so you see how insensitive she is to this, but you know what I'm saying? That's the whole thing. Thank you for again. Thank you for you see how insensitive she is to this whole thing. She's like, "This is gonna sell. This is gonna be great for numbers. This and that third. Boom, we can spin it. You have your own personal attachment to the story, and da da da." And so he's like, "Yo, I don't know if we should really be going about this, or we should be doing this." You know what I'm saying? And you can tell it's sensitive to him because the guy, he thinks the guy killed his dad. So then they, but he agrees to it. He agrees to it. So so when they first do it, the lady was like, "Yeah, but is there anything else you can give me?" And they was like, "Well, yeah, we can go to the house. We can go." So they end up going inside the house or whatever. They don't find too much, but this is when shit take a turn. So, when they first got there, her mom and dad had all these tapes of some old show from back in the day called Bergerac or something like that, and it's about an old cop, and so they got all these tapes about that, and so when they go into the house to record, they end up recording over one of the tapes of this show or whatever. And so they're going back. I'm trying to figure out. Oh, so okay, yeah. This is where everything took a turn. So they went into the house. They're recording over one of the tapes, and on the way back, they laughing and joking, but they not paying. Dude, they're driving. We weren't paying attention to the road. So then this truck, let the ball go. Let it go. The dude not paying attention, and then the truck comes and boom. So he's the only one that ends up in the hospital. So the dude, the white boy, he ends up in the hospital. The black girl, she's at home. She's supposed to start watching the tapes. Let the ball go. She started watching the tapes. The first part of the tape is what they recorded. Then it switches to, of course, they don't use all the tape. Then it switches to the old show that the mother or father used to watch or whatever, right? But so she just let the tape keep playing, and then the tape switch again. And when the tape switches again, so it go from what they recorded, it go to that show, and then it go, and then the tape switches to the bottom of the house, and you see the couple tied up on the couch naked, and what you end up seeing is, come on, man, let the ball go. You end up seeing the lady come down. She wearing a mask, and so what comes out now is the fact that the deranged sexual deviant guy, he wasn't doing it by himself. The cop was in on it, and the mom was too. And so the weird part was, because in the movie, when she watched the tape, the mom come with a little mask and a little drill, and it's messed up because you see the naked couple on the couch, you see the other guy over here, and you see the cop, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, come on, babe. And so she come in with the mask and this and the third. She go back downstairs, and the mom's like, you ready to eat? And the girl like, yeah, let's go eat. So they go downstairs to go eat, and she makes some shepherd's pie. This is what they eating for dinner. And while she's watching this tape, she making this shepherd's pie, and it's like, ew. He's like, do you really want to eat this? And so she sit down to eat, and then she looks up at the wall, and when she look up at the wall, she sees the mask, right? She sees the mask, and when she sees that mask, the lady looked back at the mask, she's like, oh yeah, my husband gave me that mask. We had some fun times. Da 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 boom boom boom. And the girl's like, yeah. And then she's like, yeah, my stomach hurt. Let me just excuse me real quick. So she goes to the bathroom. She told me to call. But it ain't no signal here. They deep in the country. So she told me to call. And then she ends up walking out the house. She's like, yeah, I just need to get some fresh air. I need to go for a walk. I need to go breathe. So she's like, yeah, I gotta go breathe. I just gotta go for a walk. And I gotta this and the third. So she walks out the house, and so the mom was like, the mom go back upstairs, and then she opens the computer, and so the mom sees that the girl found out, right? So the girl's walking down the street at this point. The girl walking down the street, the mom and the mom gets in the car, pulls up, she's like, hey, son, blah, 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 blah. She's like, get in the car. Girl's like, nah, I'm good. It's like, get in the car, bitch. So she don't get in the car. And then, so she does something to like, she pulls the car over and this and the third. And so the girl hides, because it's like, this country, there's a whole bunch of grass and weeds and stuff. So she hides. And then, like, listen, I'm not going to hurt you. And then the girl just hiding. She just hides in the third side. I ain't fucking with shit. And then she goes to try to run away. And so, I mean, you low-key feel sad for her, because she gets up and she's going through the grass, and then she tries to cross the river. And when she's trying to cross the river, she like slips and like she slips and hits her head on a rock, and so her body just drift on down the river. Like she doesn't make it, and it's like, damn, that's kind of sad. Like she high key got away. Like she could have very well survived. Like she didn't even have to get up, and like she was just trying to get away, get up and move as far away she could from the situation. But if she would have just stayed where she was, the mom never even found her. The mom ended up going back in the house, and so she actually would have survived. But that's the part that's kind of sad, because she died. She doesn't make it, and she technically got away, bro. So, but she just didn't get across the river. She didn't have to go across the river anyway. So the mom, now that the mom is found out, the mom it's actually, it's not weird, but it's like, you can understand, like the mom knows that what she was doing and all that stuff that she was it was not okay. But all the tapes of those sexual escapades and the people that were kidnapping and all their victims, she puts all the tapes on the table, and she writes a note to her son, and she says, for your family, mom. And she hangs herself. So the mom ends up killing herself. So once the mom knows that everything is about to be found out, she gives all the evidence over to her son, and so he can make his film, and she hangs herself. And he ends up going, and he gets paid off the movie or whatever. Yeah, that's pretty much how it ends. The only other part I wanted to mention for that, because it was in my head, was because when they first found that tape recorder, the old tape cam recorder, I forget what was going on, but she picks it up, and he was like, oh. This their first night when they first got to his mom's house or whatever. They laying in bed, and she was like, seriously, you hard right now? You hard already? And he was like, yeah, just a boom, right? And but then she gets up and she grabs that. She's like, oh, what's this? What's this? She likes the camcorder. And he was like, what you gonna do with that? And she was like, what? And so she gets in the camcorder. She was like, watch this. And she, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I told you, be a poem book where it's like you just write about the sex that you have with somebody and turn it into. That's all the book's about. Books is about only about the times y'all had sex. That's what the book will be about. Shit fire. Like instead of a movie, put it into a book. Um, I had that idea the other day because I also thought about it would just be still be nice if you recorded a lot. If you recorded every time you had sex with somebody, that would kind of, you know what I'm saying? Y'all would always have that. Y'all got your own porn collection, but just for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because I think one of the coolest things, it's not, it was, I thought this was so cool one time. So, this is one shorty, right? This is one shorty. We met at Drake party. So Drake, this is my first time. It wasn't like supposed to be a Drake concert, but Drake was coming through and he was gonna produce a couple of songs. And so Drake comes through. So like before Drake get there, we just go into the crowd. This is when Virgil Abloh was still alive. Because I did not like Virgil. I was like, who the hell is this nigga? Because he hopped on the shit and he was trying to start a mosh pit. And I ain't like the music he was playing. I was like, who is this? I did not like that. Hey, rest in peace. Rest in peace. But he was trying to play music. And I was not liking the music he was playing. He was trying to get a mosh pit going. I'm like, no, son. I'm not trying to turn this into no mosh pit, no rage. I'm just trying to, you know what I'm saying, vibe out. So, we had this shit. Now, this shorty catches my attention, right? And I'm not sure if I really call her. I don't know. I really don't know, you know what I'm saying? I just remember she walked past me one time, and just the way, it's like, it was like a real life movie, bro. Like, she walked past me, and the instant she walked past me was like the sun hit her in the right way, and her eyes was super brown. And I'm like, who is this? And I always remember because she had this blue top on, and it was like a shoulderless blue top. And so that's my first time she walked past. I'm like, who is that? And so somebody catch your attention like that, you just like they had your attention for a while. So I had to remember like where she was. I had to remember like where she at, where she standing, who she with. You know what I'm saying? And so I seen her like maybe like once or twice that day. Now, thing about Drake, if you ever, again, this wasn't supposed to be like a Drake concert where Drake came through and he's actually started doing songs or whatever. Now, in this, the point I'm trying to make is, you never really know. Like at the time, Drake had some type of new songs out that I was never even really listening to. But when Drake got on stage and started going through the songs, it's like you know more of the lyrics than you think you do. I was like, yo, I don't even know how I know these words and these lyrics and these songs, bro. I was just rocking out. Anyway, but there's a point to all of this. So the shorty, when this ain't about to end, right? You got like this your last chance. And if you insecure too about getting rejected or not, because if you make your move early in the day, there's this thing like this way you gotta go about it, right? Because it's like, yo, if you make your move or approach early in the function, then that means you gotta play it off. Either how much time you gonna spend with her throughout the function, or how you gonna play it off, or this and the third one, for the rest of the night type of thing. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be cool. You gotta look cool and popular for the rest of the night. But if you shoot your shot at the end of the night, it's like, oh well, you know what I'm saying? We was leaving anyway. You know what I'm saying? It's your last second chance, last minute type of thing. And that's basically what had happened. What happened was, so I go to talk to her. It's like, man, but this is one of those 44, 40 something on the time, so 444 again. So this is one of those. But I really feel like this though, that if I don't go talk to her, I will be mad at myself for not even trying. Like this is one of those type of situations where like you be mad at yourself for not even trying. So I see her, and I'm like, you know what? I gotta go talk to her. So I go to talk to her. This and the third. So she gives me her number. But I think when we text or whatever, she's like, yeah, I'm going to be gone for like a month. I'm like, damn. Fast forward, and just skip some details here. She does come back. We ended up, our first date was so cool because we actually went to we did a bar crawl. That was our first date. So this bar crawl on my first day. Bar crawl. We go to the bar crawl, you know what I'm saying? We hitting different bars, getting the drinks or whatever. Funniest part, and this is what it all ties in at. This is what it all ties in at. Yes, man. So this is where it all ties in. We ended up actually, there was a wedding party reception, and we just went in it and took pictures. And so what did we take pictures? It's a wedding party reception, and this is when they got the little photo booth joint, and we could take a photo for free. So we went in and like basically crashed the wedding, and we just took pictures. And because you take pictures for free, and they send you a picture to your phone or whatever, or your email. And I think when we went in there, I told her to give me for one of the pictures, I told her to give me a kiss. And I just think it was so cool because our first kiss was captured on camera. And I always thought that was dope. I always thought that was so dope. Because you don't get that on camera. You know what I'm saying? You don't get that as a picture. You don't get that as a video. You don't get that capture, your first kiss with somebody. And so, I still have that picture. It's just dope. Our first kiss was captured on camera. I say all that because I said something earlier. Yeah. Tangential thoughts. Yeah, bro. That was my jam. Streamberry. And then so that was my reaction and you know what I'm saying, thoughts on what you would call it. I watched the first 2 episodes. So I'll be watching. Another thing about Black Mirror, it's only like one, they got short seasons. Look at this. If anybody see this? You see that? It's like the weirdest shit you'll see, bro. Yeah, you can clearly see that. That is a, I don't know what this is. It's not red bug. You be thinking shit a cartoon. You should be looking like that in real life. Anyway. Anywho. I'm gonna go back and watch some more episodes of that. But that first one was funny, but Black Mirror is just like super serious. And it drive home, it takes stuff to the extremes, but it drive home points where it drive home some points. Other than that though, yesterday, I just went out. I got I ain't really have too much new footage to add. So I was at the library, and when I was at the library, I was like, you know what? Something came to me, and I was like, let me do a freestyle. And I wanted to, I think I wanted to record myself doing a freestyle or whatever. And so I was about to try to write it down real quick so I could read it and do the freestyle. I ended up, but then I set the camera up and I was about to do jump in the middle of one of the aisles of the library, but then I'm like, they got a whole room right there that you can just go in. So I went into the little room over there, and then I started doing those recordings. So I did a couple of freestyles. And see, I was just doing the freestyles, right? I was these when I say legit, just doing them regular. Because what got to me, I had said something like big ARIES, not the little one. But what does that make you? So the big and the little, those are jokers. Joker references if you're playing spades, the big joker and the little joker. So that's why I even said it. So it's like big ARIES, little ARIES, joker, poker, stoker. And so I kept going down that path. And that's how, like, when I do these little freestyles, bro, it can just be so, all I need is one word and I just keep going like that. It just be one idea. So that's why I started like joker, poker, stroker, hitting her with the super soaker. She necking me up, deep throater. And I just kept going like that. And so I just recorded it and I just put a beat behind it. I wasn't trying, right? And so I did that twice because then I was like, I'm at the library, no adversary. Shopping like I'm in the military at the commissary. Making content with no commentary. Ain't shit funny, no Jim Carrey. Something scary. Back it up, Terry. Now that was another little reference. But you had to be on social media to know that the little boy in the wheelchair and some firecrackers on 4th of July. Back it up, Terry. So I be just be going. And so I did both of those. And I went on Instagram. I did this green screen because I was in the library and this part, it literally had a green screen. And so I just changed the background. I was doing that, John. And I was like, let me just put them out there, boom, boom, boom. And I just put them on beats. I just let the joint transcribe it for me. I just put it on beats. I didn't even try. So it's like, yo, I actually have to try, bro. It's like, or not even if I actually have to try. I need to just try to basically just rap to a beat. Not put it on repeat while I'm sitting in my seat. Shit like that. Beat your meat. Bro, it's shit like that, bro. It's too easy for me. It's too easy, wheezy, sleazy, crazy, cheesy, cheesy. Bro, it's really too easy, bro. So it's like, I gotta make a song, bro. But it's like mixtapes. Now, I was just watching the jump with Glorilla. Glorilla was on Flow Godzilla. Glorilla was on Shannon Shot Club Shay Shay. She was, you know what I'm saying, having a conversation with her. Like, bro, people rock with Glorilla. She on some, because she herself, you know what I'm saying, two and through, no matter where she at, who she talking to. This bitch on CNN. Talking about, at the end of the day gotta end. Niggas was like, that's a bar, bro. Glorilla is on CNN. She said, at the end of the day gotta end. Like, she just herself, bro. And that shit is funny. She just cool. She cool little bitch. I gotta finish watching her. I gotta finish watching the jump, bro. She was like, she had an album. And so, you know what I'm saying, the pressure, she was like, she didn't want that pressure to turn this album. So she had that EP. And she like, if I just treat it like a mixtape, I just keep it going. So that's why I feel like that's why I realized back to the mixtape. Like, no funny stuff, bro. No funny. And it's like, bro, can I just say this time? That's all I gotta say. Dude, bro, I done published books. I be on doing the music video edits. I done did so much artistically. Got my podcast going. It's like, do I really, like, the last two, I mean, I've been up here and I've been playing with it and just been kind of just dancing, you know what I'm saying? Because it's been some choreography shit. And then I've been up here, I've done a lot of freestyles. I be saying 2 books, but one is just a paperback, one's the hardback. But the hardback has 50 more, so it's like, that's why I consider it 2 separate books. But I got plenty of freestyles, bro. I got plenty of freestyles, bro. I really just gotta sit here and just think about, man, we're gonna bring back the mixtapes, bro. So now, when I bring back the mixtapes, though, you gotta bring back the classic beats, bro. You gotta bring back the classic beats. I don't know no tough beats right now, bro. Oh, matter of fact, though, I say that, but then Freestyle by Lil Baby, you know what I'm saying? I gotta do that one. Bailing at the bow. Now, because there's certain songs that never really got a remix, and so it's like, do Poppin' by Chris Brown, because I low-key did that, right? Swag Surf. It's like you gotta do the ones that, the beats that are like timeless and classic. Swag Surf, Nuck If You Buck. Yeah, I'm about to do a mixtape. Oh, 55 on the time. I'm about to do a mixtape, bro. I'm gonna do a mixtape. But now I gotta hit some. My mixtape about to be different, bro. My mixtape about to be different because I gotta hit it. I'm gonna hit all the genres I be talking about. I'm gonna hit a Jamaican beat. I got the hip hop. I'm gonna do an R&B beat, rap beats. I'm gonna do a mixtape, bro. They be like, yo, what in the world? I'm gonna just put it on YouTube. Just put it on YouTube. I'm just a content creator. That's what I'm gonna say. That's even the title of the mixtape. I'm just a content creator. I'm not a rapper. Called her a flapper. Oh shit. You come around, she come around, I might attack her. I wanna tap her. Where'd it go, man? Alright, so mixtape vibes. We're doing the mixtape. We're gonna do the mixtape. And it's just gonna be a playlist on YouTube. I'm just making it. I got so many daggone playlists. I already got a freestyle art playlist. It was just called a freestyle art. Now I just need to make a playlist. I'm like, this the mixtape. This the YouTube mixtape. I got YouTube audiobooks. I got a YouTube mixtape. I got YouTube music playlist. I literally have I got a YouTube music video playlist. I got my acting, where I got the playlist for my acting. I got a playlist. I tried to separate the music and the songs. So I got jam rock, that's for the Jamaican music. I got the country bumpkin pumpkin, that's for the country music. I got the Holy Ghost type, or just anything that just kind of is gospel, spiritual, something that if I can't really relate it, it's just going to Holy Ghost one. I got the hip hop, You Don't Stop, that's my rap one. I got the, what do I call R&B? R&B might just be called R&B. It need to be called Knocking the Boots or something. I need to call it Knocking the Boots. So, now I'm about to have a whole playlist like, yeah, this is my mixtape. All I gotta do is sit down and listen to these instrumentals and talk about shit that's sentimental. Talk about how your car is really just a rental. And shit like that. I'm out here playing fetch with my dog Bailey. I ain't got no type like that nigga named Sway Lee. Bad bitches is the only thing that I like. You got a type. They trying to figure out what's the hype. I got if I reach into my bag, I got my cigar pipe. I just went out yesterday and got me a new light. It's real bright. It's supposed to be, well, I actually do have a new lighter. This the new lighter. Why is it so hard to come up right now? So here's the new lighter. This one's gold. And the other one is silver. Now, I need to go ahead and do a comparison of the two and see the real difference. I don't have anything to smoke, but one of these is a knockoff and one of these is the real thing. And so, if you Google it, one is the official brand and one is a brand based off of that. And so, here's this one. Now this one's custom. This one was a gift that somebody gave me. This was my original company for my original company is called Brain Release. So here's this one, and then here's this one. Now this one isn't customized, but here's this one. Now, subtle and slight differences. There are some subtle and slight differences between the two. And so I actually need to put it to the test. I need to put it to the test to see which one is actually better. I've been working with this one, and I got the fluids. I need to put some fluid in this one. I need to refill this one back up. So put some fluid in both of them, and then we're really gonna see who bout it. We'll see. So that'll be on the next episode of Cigar Talk. That'll be on the next episode of Cigar Talk. Just gotta figure out how I can get some cigars. See, that was one of my freestyles. All I gotta do is walk to the car with a cigar. You travel around the world and still ain't at the bar. You like a wrestler, everybody tapped in. I changed so much, they still talking about who I used to been. Used to was a rooster till the hen came in. I'm like a Rastafarian. I just like saying that. I just like saying that. It's a bar. There's bars. They talk about, they want the, I gotta bring it back, baby. We gonna bring the mixtapes back. They thought it was a drought. Now, the Drought 3, I think, is the greatest mixtape. And then you had Young Thug. Young Thug, I don't know, free thugging, man. That man, he fighting the system right now. He tried to make Thug an acronym. Like Tupac, the hate you give little infants fucks everybody. I think that's what Thug Life stands for. Hey, man. Say, man. So, Gucci, man. Now, Young Thug is heavily influenced by Lil Wayne. That's why he had the Barter 6. You got the Carter 1, 2, and 3. You got the Carter 4. You might have 5 Carters. I'm a Lil Wayne fan. I don't know how many Carter albums there is. I don't know how many droughts there were. The Drought 1, 2, and 3. Now I think the Drought 3 is the hardest mixtape. No Ceilings was tough. Now in No Ceilings, that's what we're trying to tell people. In No Ceilings, how you know Wayne was coming to a song? And every song, you hear the lighter flip. It's still so prevalent today. That's how you still know Wayne about to come into a song. You hear that lighter flip. So that's why I was like, yo, when I smoke my cigar, when I light my cigar up, that's my joint. So the Wayne, my world is different. Like the Wayne. If you want trouble, bitch, I want the same thing. So the Drought 3, I think, is the greatest mixtape. So Thug had Barter. He put the Barter 6. Now I'm trying to think if I'm I said I'm gonna name the mixtape. I'm just a content creator. I'm not a rapper. I ain't a pimp. I ain't gonna walking around and slapping. So yeah. I need to look at, I guess, how many beats or songs actually are, I probably want to go for it. I'm probably going to use Swag Surf. I'm probably going to use Poppin'. Now, for country songs, the only real country song I really know for that, I'll tell you this much. There's one country song. It's called "A Rock in a Hard Place." You can't listen to country music, bro. If you want to talk about some music that you messed up, you want to stuff in life, boy, I remember listening to this country song and I was crying in the parking lot of the mall. I'm talking about, I'm looking in between the trees. I see the sunlight coming in between the trees and I'm just crying, dying, sighing. Orion, bruh. I don't know what Orion means. Like Larry O'Brien is a trophy. I'm just trying to lift the trophy like Larry O'Brien. I just wrote a freestyle this morning. That's why I kind of went on for that. But, so, it's called "A Rock in a Hard Place." And he be talking about when you walked out that door or something, bro. He be saying some stuff. But it's basically about leaving a girl or whatever. Man, now stood between a rock and a hard place. If you never listen to that song, don't listen to what you said, bro. But that song is tough. That song is tough. Here come my yellow butterfly. But so for country songs, it's between that. I gotta listen to the beat for it. If I don't like the beat, I'm not listening to no song. And that'd be my whole thing about when people make all these songs and stuff. If the beat not hot, if the beat dun, 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 dun. That's a song too. I think it might be like Bow Wow, Jermaine Dupri. Dun, 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 dun. So, Tennessee whiskey. You're as smooth as Tennessee whiskey. You're as sweet as strawberry wine. You're as warm as a glass of brandy. That boy was singing. So I might do the country. I gotta pick a country song. I gotta pick a Jamaican song. Welcome to Jam Rock. Let it don't stop. That little Kim beat go hard. I come from Bed-Stuy. Bed-Stuy, do or die. You got that. So I gotta pick my Jamaican beat. I gotta pick a country beat. Oh, you gotta have a gospel. You gotta have a gospel. Oh my gosh. Yeah. My gospel song will be called Niggerlations. Oh shit. I gotta come with the gospel. I gotta show them that it's possible. Because with God, nothing is impossible. I'm talking. Yo, my gospel song will be called Niggerlations. This is how I relate to this shit. I'm gonna make a gospel song. I gotta have a Jamaican song. Nah, Jamaican songs, you got some tough songs. Tonight, you don't have to go nowhere. So Jamaican, R&B, rap. Just a few. Put them on the mixtape. Through the hours and hours. You know what I'm saying? Because that song went crazy. It's the mixtape, baby. This the mixtape, baby. Hold up. It's the mixtape, baby. This shit ain't fugazi. This shit real. I'm talking real deal. Too trill. Too real. They doing something over in Israel. Forgive me, I don't keep up. Cause it ain't got shit to do with me. I'm over here, I'm trying to live for free. It's shit like that. Bro, the mixtape. I'm like, the last drought. Thought it. Cause you even Future got a song. Future mixtape is called Thought It Was a Drought. Alright, bitch. Alright, bro. The mixtape gonna be called The Last Drought. The mixtape gonna be called The Last Drought. Oh shit. The Last Drought. Thought it was a drought, bitch. I'm about to go in right now, bro. I'm about to go in on this thing. Now, the reason why am I also even telling this idea? When I was teaching, bro, I did a couple raps, bro. And one of them went viral. I did a couple raps. I did my 10 Toes Down one. That was the first one. I did the other one with factoring. All my raps was about factoring, bro. I used to rap about factoring. I used to rap about math. Now I'm gonna rap about going down the wrong path. I'm gonna talk about when you dealing with somebody and the shit don't add up. The only thing adding up is the lies. So then you start subtracting. Because then you realize that these ain't the people that you can sit here and divide the pie. Bro, I'm nice. Because if you keep them around you, your shit ain't gonna multiply. Damn. I'm just going through the problems and the operations. Some people is not additions to the team. Some people scheme. They be trying to get their own reparations off of you. That's why you gotta separate. Because they filled with hate. It's a mixtape. I'm hype. Man, bro. What I tell you. Yeah, that's what I'm about to do too. For sure. Cause make it real easy. Lemon peasy, squeezy, dreezy. And you know what? All I gotta do, if I go post all the videos, then it's like even if I didn't really try, I can go back later and take the audio from it. But just coming through and just putting the audio and putting the video up there, it's like I did a whole little mixtape video mixtape, which I was already kind of doing anyway. Billy! Hey, the wind stopped blowing too. Man, that's something. The wind stopped blowing. Bro, man, fuck. Man, I ain't got nothing better to do anyway. Fucking just. It was exciting when I was talking about it, but I don't feel like getting up to do it. Like, like me sitting down and make my little music video, Jones, those just besides, I just get up and do that. I just do the whatchamacallit easy. Easy money. Outside in the sunny. Oh man. I don't even know how I just on right there. Like, this ain't no, you know what I'm saying? I woke up, I slept in today, bro. I slept in. Oh, I got my game. Oh, baby, what's good?